position against Iran makes it aligned with Saudi Arabia as well.
Right. So I think here we have a typical case with regard to the Khashoggi murder and the position adopted by Donald Trump of Realpolitik versus principles. But this, I think, is really pushing Realpolitik to its limits, because literally Trump is letting MBS, the Saudi crown prince, get away with murder, because everybody knows that he was involved in the murder of Khashoggi, and saying, you know, I don't know, I'm not sure, and we have all this business with Saudi Arabia. So on the one hand, you can understand what are the motivations of Trump, all the economic interest and the struggle against Iran and the arms sale to Saudi Arabia. But on the other hand, the superpower here is the United States. And Saudi Arabia needs the U.S. more than the U.S. needs Saudi Arabia. I mean, of course, it's very convenient for the United States to have Saudi Arabia to fight Iranian influence in the Middle East. But yeah, the U.S. has a huge leverage of Saudi Arabia, and they could have made MBS pay a price for this crime. And let's hope, at least in private conversation, behind the scenes, that Trump sent a very clear and strong message to MBS, because otherwise there might be very negative consequences on the U.S.'s international standing on that issue.
And on that point, Dr. Navon, to what extent should the U.S. be worried that European partners, European allies of it, are not pleased with the way the president is seems to be defending the Crown Prince?
Look, here, you know, the accusations can be mutual. In other words, yes, the Europeans have a very good point when they accuse Trump to let MBS get away with murder. But on the other hand, Trump has a very good point when he tells the European, look, you're doing business with Iran, and Iran is also a murderous regime. So true, Iran hasn't been caught, the Iranian president or supreme leader hasn't been caught really cutting up into pieces a journalist, even though MBS denies that he was involved. But Iran is also a very violent, anti-democratic regime that represses its citizens, that supports terrorism around the world. So if you start playing this game of saying, well, look who you're doing business with, these guys are really not nice people, it's true of Iran also. So the Europeans are not standing on a very strong footing when they accuse Trump of covering up for MBS, even though there's a very strong case to be made against Trump on his handling of this case.
It seems that the biggest mistake maybe Saudi Arabia made with this case is getting caught or doing it so publicly.